Hey guys, Ryan Dawes here on Telecoms Tech, and today we're taking a look at the top of the range NETGEAR Nighthawk X8 router. So as you can see, this is a big old device, but it is very powerful. Now this does retail for about £300, so we are expecting a lot from this router. The good news is that in most respects it pulls off its job admirably. So first of all, it's easy to set up. A piece of software called Genie will guide you through the whole setup process, and it's essentially just a matter of plugging in the ports, which are all on the back here as you would expect. You get up to 6 of them, which is very nice, and then of course you just get the port in there for your modem, a reset button, power on and off, and a port for the power. The only other ports on here, whilst we've got this open, is hidden under this little flap here, where you will get a port for a USB 2 device and even a USB 3 device in there as well for media sharing. When you have it on, you can have blue LEDs shine up on these antennas here, which is really quite a cool effect, but that can be switched off because it can be irritating, especially if you've got it in your lounge area. So it has port aggregation, which is the first couple of ports that I showed you earlier. Now these 2 gigabit ports can combine, so you can have even faster speeds for those who need it. Of course, that's probably not likely to be any consumers, but if you're using this in the enterprise, then you might have more of a use for it. This is the first router to support the AC5300 Wi-Fi standard, which has a top speed of 2166 megabits per second. So that's pretty impressive. It's ahead of its time, but there aren't any devices which actually support that standard yet as of putting this video out. The dynamic antennas on this help to reduce noise. This is a quad stream router, and it also has dynamic quality of service, which you would expect from a high-end router, but it seems to work very well. So it will automatically provide the bandwidth to which applications need it most. So if you're a gamer, then of course you might want all the traffic being given to your game so you don't end up with lag and that sort of thing during your game. The media sharing using the aforementioned USB ports is really quite good. We had a write speed of about 65 megabytes per second and a read speed of about 60 megabytes per second, which is pretty good. So there are a couple of issues I have with this router, which I will just go over now. First of all is that it's not the best for range. It's definitely up there, but for this expensive a device, you would expect it to be top of its class. And it is in fact beaten by some cheaper routers, such as the Linksys R8500. The other thing that I would mention is that it's a shame NETGEAR doesn't prompt you to change the default password when you first log in. Of course, anyone who's sensible will do that, but it could throw up some security issues. As I mentioned earlier, this router is a bit ahead of its time in supporting the AC5300 Wi-Fi standard, which is really good in being future-proof, but of course right now you're paying quite an expense for something which can't actually be used at the moment. So that's our review of the NETGEAR Nighthawk X8 router. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please make sure to like, share and subscribe and all that kind of stuff, and hopefully we shall see you in the next video.